Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 15th of November. Pakistan Army opened fires at Indian border posts and villages. Kashmiri leader says media suppressed by government agencies in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And housewives in Western India say no to war through art and paintings. And now for all the details. Pakistan Army on Tuesday once again resorted to ceasefire violation in Sundarbani sector of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Indian forces are responding to the firing in a punitive manner.
Pakistani troops violated ceasefire and targeted Indian posts and border villages along the frontier in Sundarbani sector of Rajouri district in northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Indian troops guarding the borderline retaliated after Pakistani troops opened fire and lobbied mortar shells. Residents in the nearby villages stayed indoors to protect themselves. There have been over 100 ceasefire violations by Pakistan after India's surgical strikes against terror launch pads across LOC on September 29. Pakistani troops had on Monday also violated ceasefire and targeted Indian posts and border villages along the frontier in Poonch district.
India and Israel on Tuesday went a step ahead in improving bilateral ties. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin, who's on a state visit to India, acknowledged terrorism as a common threat for the two countries.
Israeli President Reuven Rivlin received a ceremonial welcome in New Delhi as he began his 8-day visit to India to accelerate diplomatic ties between the two countries. The visiting president met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the two leaders led delegation-level talks on a range of issues. The two sides exchanged agreements in fields of agriculture and water resource management. Terrorism remained one of the core issues on the agenda.
Our people are constantly threatened by forces of terrorism and extremism. We recognize that terrorism is a global challenge, knows no boundaries, has extensive links with other forms of organized crime. Regrettably, one of the countries of its origin and spread is in India's neighborhood.
On my visit, I will also pay my respect at the sites of terror attacks which claimed the lives of both of our peoples. Israel and India are threatened by terror because we uphold the values of freedom.
Rivlin is the first Israeli president to travel to India in 10 years. His visit is likely to set the stage for Prime Minister Modi's long-awaited trip to Tel Aviv to mark the 25th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations.
Moving on, people of Pakistan-administered Kashmir have for years been the victim of human rights violations by Pakistan. The long-standing history of nepotism and apathetic attitude still continues.
People in Pakistan-administered Kashmir continue to live in worst human conditions. And with no help from the federal administration, people are forced to fend for themselves. Lack of infrastructure, unemployment and corrupt system is what the people face daily in the region. Even the media has no say in the illegally occupied region and is crushed easily by the establishment.
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पाकिस्तान स्टेट की है कि वहाँ रोडें दे और लोगों की बुनियादी जो हुकूक हैं उनको प्रोटेक्ट करे, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली वहाँ की पूरी आबादी जो है वो अब माइग्रेशन पे मजबूर है और हमारे गुनागू मसाइल हैं और वहाँ हल करने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है और वहाँ मीडिया की पहुँच भी नहीं है और अगर कोई मीडिया रिपोर्टर वहाँ रिपोर्ट करने की कोशिश करे तो वहाँ पाकिस्तान की एजेंसियाँ उसको किडनैप कर लेती हैं।
The situation is so pathetic that if locals or media raise their voices against the corrupt system or atrocities meted on them by the Pakistani forces, arrangements are made to muzzle them. Pakistan has failed to fulfill its obligations to introduce meaningful and representative democratic structures in the region. During polls, only those who are favoured by Islamabad are elected in the region, and absence of Kashmiri representation in the Pakistani National Assembly still continues.
While education has become a basic need for all, it remains to be a distant dream for many who cannot afford school. In order to fulfill the aspirations of slum children, a policeman in India has turned into a teacher.
Platform number 1 of the Gaya railway station in India's eastern province of Bihar is witnessing an unusual activity these days. A railway policeman, Praveen Kumar, who once used to chase away the rag-picking children from the platform, is now teaching them alphabets and numerals. The initiative was taken by the Gaya railway police officers who engaged these rag-picking children from nearby slums to education. Encouraged by the number of children coming, Kumar was deputed to teach them regularly.
देने का आदेश दिया गया है, तो हम लोग यहाँ के हमारे प्रभारी हैं और स्टाफ भी हैं, सब मिलकर हम लोग इन्होंने पढ़ाने का शुरू किया है। कब से ये पढ़ाई हुई? ये 8 तारीख से नामांकन शुरू किए हैं। लमसम में अभी दिन प्रतिदिन बढ़ते जा रहा है, 60 की संख्या में पहुँच चुकी है। कितने की संख्या में? अभी 60 की संख्या में पहुँच चुकी है। कितने से कितने बजे तक पढ़ाई? इसको 10 बजे से 1 बजे तक करता हूँ, इसके बाद मैं अपना काम दिखता हूँ।
These impoverished children, for whom schools are unaffordable, are happy to receive the education and are enjoying the new element in their lives. Now they are motivated to have big ambitions.
Young achievers in India's southern Tamil Nadu province completed major feats in the sport of swimming. Both the youngsters set new world records in their respective categories.
15-year-old Sudhe created a new record by swimming in medley category that requires 4 different strokes. His target was to cover about 7 miles in 5 hours. However, he completed almost 8 miles in 5 hours, thus setting a new world record.
In the history of 67 years of different world record bodies, this is the first time that a boy has attempted for this type of a world record. So this is for the first time. This is a unique achievement.
Complementing his achievements, a 13-year-old boy Mritul set a new world record in freestyle swimming. He covered a distance of 5.5 miles in a span of 3 hours.
And this being his first record, now this is going to be a benchmark for himself, through which he is trying to work to beat this record in the years to come too, with many more higher standards, having set his own targets as of now.
Both the feats will be recorded in the Book of Elite World Records. It is a body certifying unusual records along the lines of the Guinness Book of World Records and the Limca Book of Records, thus providing a platform for the youngsters.
War is not a solution. This is what a group of women is trying to tell through artistic display on the theme Artist Against War in Western India.
In a world where conflict, animosity, hatred and crimes have taken over compassion and other core elements of humanity, an all-women art exhibition is giving a strong anti-war message. 20 housewives in Vadodara city of India's western Gujarat province have come together to deplore the gruesome ramification of war through their art pieces, including paintings. The artists between the age group of 30 and 80 were given orientation about basics of fine arts and shown documentaries on World War I and World War II.
युद्ध तो कोई चीज़ का निकाल है ही नहीं, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन युद्ध है ही नहीं। अभी तो पूरा ग्लोबल हो गया है, विश्व पूरा एक मुट्ठी में सिमट के आ गया है। इसलिए लगता ही नहीं है कि हमको एक दूसरे से लड़ने की ज़रूरत है। हम लोग सब समझ के एक दूसरे के साथ रहेंगे तो युद्ध करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं आएगा।
जब वॉर होता है तो एक पर्टिकुलर कंट्री या पर्टिकुलर एरिया तक ही सीमित नहीं होता या लोगों तक ही सीमित नहीं होता है, वो पूरी तरह सभी जगह इफ़ेक्ट करता है, किसी ना किसी तरह सबको इफ़ेक्ट करता है। तो मेरे बताने का तरीका यही, मतलब वजह यही है कि ये जो आ रहा है रिफ्लेक्शन पूरी गैलरी में, दिस इज़ शोइंग कि इट इज़ अ ग्लोबल इफ़ेक्ट।
The art show becomes relevant at a time when terrorism is on a spike and is threatening world peace. Through such efforts, the power of art can be tapped to optimum.
Nature is one of the most cherished gifts to humankind, and it is best acknowledged when witnessed in person. A festival in India's northeastern Meghalaya was an impressive display of the unique beauty of pink and white cherry blossoms.
A 4-day autumn cherry blossom festival kicked off in Shillong city of India's northeastern Meghalaya province. The festival aims to attract tourists to the hill province in the fall to witness the unique beauty of pink and white cherry blossoms. The event is also a unique opportunity to showcase Meghalaya's traditional art, culture and cuisine.
That today, as we celebrate this first Cherry Blossom Festival, the first edition, 5 years from now, I'm sure we'll need bigger and bigger place. This is not going to be a place where we'll be hosting this Cherry Blossom Festival 5 years from now. And the kind of buzz that this festival will create will definitely be something else.
The event is popularly known as Sakura Festival in Japan and is held in April every year. Australia, Korea, China, the US and some other countries also celebrate the festival.
In order to raise funds for girl education, a fashion show was held in eastern India. From traditional to Western designs, the event was a delight for fashion enthusiasts. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Pakistan Army opened fires at Indian border posts and villages. Kashmiri leader says media suppressed by government agencies in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And housewives in Western India say no to war through art and paintings. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. And that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.